doesn't feel cold anymore. Sleeves pushed up without thinking, window cracked open all night. The sound of someone driving past slowly blends into the quiet just right. I keep changing songs halfway through, not because I dislike them. Everything just feels softer lately, like the seasons settling in. A cup with melting ice beside me, clock glowing pale blue. Nothing important happening, still I don't wanna sleep too soon. Warm enough tonight to leave the windows open wide. Every little sound outside feels lighter somehow. No heavy thoughts, no place to rush, just the feeling of the air changing, little by little around us. The hallway light from another apartment slips under my door. Someone laughing faintly outside, then not anymore. I sit on the floor for no reason, phone face down beside me. Some nights don't ask for anything, and maybe that's why I like them. Maybe this is enough. Maybe it always was. Spring never really announces itself. One night you just realize you stop checking the weather before going outside. Warm enough tonight to let the evening stay unfinished. Everything I didn't do today feels smaller now. No perfect ending, no big release, just soft air moving through the room, while the city slowly falls asleep. Curtains shifting softly against the night breeze. You wake too. Kitchen lights still on, ice clinking in a glass, phone charging from the floor, night moving slow outside the blinds. I keep replaying little moments that weren't even important, just the way the air felt earlier, walking home after 10. Still up tonight, not because something's wrong. I just like how quiet everything gets after midnight. flickers against the ceiling. A motorcycle passes once, then the silence settles deeper. I almost turn on another song, then decide not to. Some nights already have enough sound without adding anything new. Maybe that's why I keep staying awake a little longer. Still up tonight, watching shadows move slowly across the wall. Everything unfinished today feels less important now. No big thoughts, no dramatic ending, just spring air drifting through the room. At 12:41. Half cycle left, clothes turning slowly in the dark downstairs. Nothing else to do tonight, so I let the hours stretch. Not tired yet, just quieter than before. Spring nights always feel longer when there's nowhere you need to be anymore. I said I'll sleep early tonight, around 7, maybe 8. Now I'm standing barefoot in the kitchen, drinking water at 1:18. The washing machine humming softly like another room, still awake. Funny how tiny sounds at night end up carrying the whole space. There's a hoodie hanging over a chair, still smelling faintly like outside air. I should probably fold everything right when it dries, but I already know I won't. Half cycle left, streetlights pale against the ceiling. Every unfinished thing today feels strangely unimportant this evening. No big thoughts, no need to solve anything, just warm air moving slowly through the apartment vents. Spin around, slow it down. Spin around, no sound. Half cycle left, city almost silent now. Somewhere a car door closes once, then nothing for a while. Tomorrow's still coming, but not yet. Right now the night feels suspended, just enough to stay inside it. Nothing special happened today, still somehow it keeps replaying in my head. The coffee near the station tasted better than usual. A song I almost skipped ended up staying on. The sky held on to blue longer after sunset, and people look softer in that kind of light. I didn't laugh hard, didn't fall in love, didn't change my life for anything dramatic, but the whole day moved gently in a way I can still feel tonight. Good for no reason, that's how the evening felt. Somehow late spring air through open windows, cars passing slowly downtown. Nothing worth posting about, nothing cinematic at all. Still I know I'll remember how calm everything felt. A stranger held the cafe door for me. I walked an extra block instead of heading home. bought sparkling water I didn't really need, and sat outside longer than expected. Tiny moments barely noticeable while they're happening always seem louder later at night. Maybe that's why I keep staying awake a little longer lately. Warm pavement, paper cup rings, train lights, half-open curtains, music from another apartment, someone laughing far away. Good for no reason tonight, like the world slowed down just enough for ordinary things to feel meaningful without trying too hard. No lesson in it, no ending line, just one quiet day turning into a good memory already. The window's still open and the air still feels warm. Friday air. Restaurants still crowded, lights spilling onto sidewalks, somebody waving from a taxi, music drifting through half-open doors. I walk slower without deciding to, hands in my pockets. The night feels warm enough to keep stretching itself out. Traffic lights changing colors across apartment windows, everything moving softly like nobody's in a hurry tonight. Friday air tonight, the city feels lighter after dark. Every little sound outside blends into the evening perfectly. No reason to remember this night, still I probably will. Something about late spring lately makes ordinary hours stick around longer. I buy sparkling water from a corner store just to carry something cold. A couple sitting on a curb nearby, laughing like they forgot what time it is. There's warmth still left in the pavement, even this late, and somehow that changes the whole mood of the city. Open windows, neon reflections, soft conversations, late buses, warm concrete, blue night sky. Friday air tonight, street lights glowing through thin trees. Everything unfinished today feels easy to leave behind. No big ending, no lesson in it, just another comfortable night that arrived quietly. The crosswalk turns green, but nobody moves yet. The room feels different tonight. Lamplight on the desk, shoes left by the door, playlist running low again, same songs as before. Cars passing slower now through half-open blinds. The air doesn't feel cold anymore, even this late at night. A drinks, wedding rings onto the table, small circles fading away. Somehow evenings lately keep ending this way. Soft weather tonight, everything moving at the right speed. No big plans, no one asking anything from me. Just warm air and distant city sounds, making ordinary moments feel good somehow. I almost texted somebody, then forgot what I meant to say. Not sad about it either, the silence fit better anyway. A train hums somewhere far off, then disappears into the dark. I keep staring out the window without really looking at anything. Do seasons change slowly, or do we just notice them all at once? Soft weather tonight, late spring settling over the city. Every little light outside feels softer to me. Nothing dramatic, nothing missing, just one of those nights you accidentally remember later. The song changes, I leave it playing. Receipt still folded in my pocket from the place I stopped by after work. Didn't even stay that long, just long enough to let the evening settle a little. The air outside felt warmer than expected. People sitting near open windows, laughing softly over unfinished drinks. Everything tonight feels slightly slowed down. I walk past a convenience store twice without going in. The street lights reflecting on quiet pavement, like the city's trying not to wake itself up too much. A bike passes behind me, music leaking for maybe 3 seconds, then gone again. Funny how tiny moments carry whole nights sometimes. Open receipt tonight, still in my jacket pocket somehow, like proof that I was outside, breathing different air for a while. No dramatic story, nothing life-changing happened, just late spring moving quietly through another evening in the city. Some nights don't become memories because they're important, they just feel good while they're happening. Open receipt tonight, street lights glowing against apartment windows. Everything unfinished today feels far enough away now. No need to hold on to anything. Still, I know I'll remember this night later. Warm light through passing bus windows. I almost went straight home, but the convenience store lights look too bright. against the warm night air. So I push the door open anyway. Cold drinks humming behind glass, somebody choosing instant noodles slowly. A song from years ago playing quietly overhead. I stand there longer than necessary, reading labels I'm not even interested in, like I'm trying to stay inside the evening a little more. Outside again, plastic bags swinging lightly at my side, cars moving through wet reflections, even though it didn't rain today. A group of friends laughing near the crosswalk, then fading behind traffic noise. The whole city feels tired in the nicest possible way. One more stop tonight before the day disappears completely. Late spring air still holding warmth between the buildings softly. Nothing waiting for me at home, nothing pulling me anywhere else. So I keep walking slowly, like the night has extra time to give. Vending machine glow, green traffic lights, cold bottle against my hand, open apartment windows, distant conversations, shoes against pavement. One more stop tonight, streetlights stretching across quiet roads. Every ordinary second feels calmer after dark. No reason to rush anymore, no need to explain the feeling, just a city breathing slowly around me. The store receipt crumbles inside my jacket pocket. Didn't turn the main lights on, just the kitchen one. Shoes still half untied, keys drop softly onto the counter. The apartment warmer than outside for the first time today. I open the fridge, stare into it for no reason. Cold air spilling out into the quiet room. There's still noise from the street below, but softer now, like the city finally leaned back a little. A cup left in the sink, water running for 3 seconds, then silence again. I sit by the window without changing clothes, watching reflections move across the glass, not thinking about much, and somehow liking that. Kitchen light tonight, small yellow glow in the corner room. Late spring air drifting slowly through the open window. No heavy feeling here, no dramatic ending to the day, just this quiet little hour before sleep eventually arrives. Half-empty bottle on the table, distant siren fading away. Warm sleeves, cool air, a clock changing numbers quietly. Kitchen light tonight, everything feels slower after midnight. Even unfinished thoughts seem softer around the edges. Maybe some nights are enough, just because they happen gently. third floor maybe. Warm yellow light behind thin curtains. Somebody else awake for no reason to. I lean against the kitchen counter barefoot, listening to the refrigerator hum, like it suddenly became part of the night. Somehow cars pass less often now, enough space between them to notice silence again. Lights still on tonight, tiny squares glowing in the distance. Every apartment holding its own unfinished evening. No sadness in it, no real loneliness either. Just people staying awake a little longer than expected. A spoon left in the sink, cold water running for half a second, then stopping. I almost closed the window, but the air feels too good. Late spring always does this, makes ordinary rooms feel softer. There's music somewhere outside, too far away to recognize. Only the rhythm survives. Street light reflections, glass bottles, faint TV glow. Wind, moving curtains, midnight, blue ceilings, a train somewhere far away. Lights still on tonight, the whole city breathing quietly together. Nothing important happening, still somehow impossible to forget. No ending line, no final thought, just warm air drifting through the room, until even the silence slows down. And somewhere across the street, that window is still glowing. Weather says 22 degrees tomorrow. I think I'll wear short sleeves again. Maybe stop by that cafe near the river, the one with the plants in the windows, and the old songs playing too quietly. Nothing planned exactly, just small things to look forward to. Late spring always does this somehow, makes ordinary days feel softer around the edges. The air tonight still feels warm, even after dark. And for once, tomorrow doesn't feel heavy at all. Tomorrow might be nice, that thought alone feels good tonight. Street lights glowing through the trees, windows open citywide. No big expectations, no life-changing plans, just the feeling that maybe the next day will fit me well too. I cleaned my desk a little earlier, not because I had to, it just suddenly felt possible. There's iced coffee in the fridge, a playlist waiting unfinished, and shoes by the door, still carrying outside air. Funny how tiny details can make the future feel lighter. Some seasons make you look ahead, set an alarm a little later than usual. The evenings stretch further now, lights staying on the walls long after dinner ends. I keep losing track of time in the nicest way lately, like the season quietly loosens something inside me. Even the air feels slower, moving through open windows, carrying sounds farther than before. Nothing changed all at once, still somehow everything feels easier to hold these days. Longer evenings tonight, late spring, folding softly into the city. Every passing hour feels lighter without trying to. No big reason why, no dramatic turning point, just warm air and fading daylight, making ordinary life feel kind again. I notice small things more now, the shape of shadows after sunset, the way trees move differently at night, how silence sounds less empty in warmer weather. Sometimes I stop what I'm doing just to stand still for a second and listen to the evening happening around me. Maybe comfort arrives quietly like this. Blue sky after dark, warm wind through curtains, distant laughter, street lights under trees, night settling slowly. Longer evenings tonight, like the world finally exhaled a little. Everything unfinished today feels softer around the edges now. No need to rush the night away. Some seasons are meant to be lived slowly. The last light fades, but the warmth stays longer. Cold can warm air, vending machine light, blue against the sidewalk, one car waiting too long at the empty crosswalk. I twist open the soda slowly, like I'm trying not to wake the night. Even the smallest sounds feel bigger at this hour outside. There's still music coming from somewhere, probably a bar 2 streets over. The city isn't busy anymore, just comfortably unfinished. Midnight soda tonight, late spring air feeling soft against my sleeves. Everything ordinary somehow feels good to me. No plans after this, no dramatic benches and warm pavement under quiet street lights. A bicycle rolls past silently, then disappears downhill. Someone talking on a balcony, words drifting without meaning. I sit on the edge of a low wall, watching windows flicker on and off. Funny how nights like this make time feel slower without trying. Street light glue, cooling concrete, half-heard music, soft traffic hum, open windows, night breeze. Midnight soda tonight, the whole city feels lighter. Lately, every passing minute stretching out just enough. Nothing missing, nothing rushing, just me staying outside until the drink turns warm. The can clicks softly against the bench beside me. Fan spin slowly above the room. First night this year, I actually needed it. I didn't notice when spring changed shape, but suddenly the air feels different after sunset. Warmer, looser somehow. There's a receipt folded in my pocket from a cafe I stayed at too long earlier. The smell of coffee still stuck to my sleeves, mixed with outside air. I keep meaning to clean my desk, but nights like this make everything feel less urgent. Someone nearby is playing old pop songs with their window open. The sound drifts in and out, depending on the wind. I look outside for maybe 10 minutes straight without thinking about anything specific. Just lights, trees moving slightly, cars stopping at intersections below. The whole city feels half tired tonight in a comfortable way. Almost summer now, late evening stretching longer than before. Every quiet little moment feels easier to hold on to. No sadness in the air, no heavy thoughts to fix. Just warm night breeze moving slowly through ordinary life. I should probably sleep soon, but the room feels too nice to leave awake. Funny how certain nights don't need anything special to stay with you afterwards. Open windows, faint music, warm pavement, streetlight reflections, someone laughing far away, blue light through curtains. Almost summer now, the city breathing softer after dark. Everything unfinished today, can't wait until tomorrow. Right now the night feels gentle, and honestly, that's enough for me. Warm air through the curtains. I left the window open again. There's cold soda in the fridge, and know where I need to be tomorrow morning. I think that changes a person a little. passes slowly through the intersection, music leaking for half a second. Maybe things have been better lately, not perfect, just lighter somehow. Late spring air moving through the room, cars passing under glowing signs. Everything ordinary tonight feels strangely nice. I keep replaying moments from today, not the important ones, just tiny things. A stranger holding the door open, the smell of coffee on someone's jacket, warm pavement after sunset, the sky staying blue longer than expected. Funny what ends up mattering later. Maybe happiness is smaller than we thought. Nobody tells you when life quietly starts feeling okay again. Maybe things have been better lately, even the silence feels softer now. Every late evening carries a little leftover warmth. No dramatic reason, no big change, just me sitting here realizing I've been smiling more these days. That's probably enough.